Isso aí. Não machuca, né?
All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a Brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen Brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Vou procurar a raiz de xander agora. É na escola abandonada, se não me engano. Ela tem tipinho de homem, não tem? Será que se eu der em cima dela, ela... Ah, melhor deixar pra lá. É uns grilinhos verdes. Isso aí, lembrei. Louva-a-Deus, se eu não me engano. Porra! 1 de XP? Que micharia. O que você dropou pra mim? Escola abandonada de Good Spring. Tô achando que é o 4. Ué? Ô bicho. Deixar de ser burro. Meteu o facão no C. Não ideia. É. Nada acima de 8. A agência pode ser 6? É, 6. Carisma, vamos 7. Endurance, vamos 3. Percepção 6. Força 4. Dá pra pôr mais um inteligência. É. Mais um em percepção. Mais um em luck. E fechou. Mais um ponto. Eu modifiquei ela, cara. Ela não tava assim não. Eu acho que tinha outro atributo além de agilidade que tava 8, cara. Foda é esse. É. Carisma 8, vai. Carisma tem que ter. Galera, nunca coloque 10, viu? Em um atributo. Porque todos os atributos têm um bonequinho que você pega durante o jogo que ele adiciona um gratuitamente de atributo. Então você nunca coloca 10. Você não vai ficar com 11, saca? Então, tipo, no máximo 9, tá? Aqui é Dawn. Tinha feito o que? Tá. Easy Crippled e qualquer outro. Isso, né? Wild Westerland. Isso aí. Eu adoro esse aqui. Aqui não, mané. Aqui não. Cacete. Um monte de butterfly. Nossa! Nossa! Tá pro machadão, mano. Wood Spring Cemetery. Que é onde eu tava enterrado, ó. aqui. Ah, existe under, né? Isso. Galera, se beber dessa água aqui, você recupera HP, viu? Se você estiver jogando também e não sabe disso.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Healing powder. Que é pra curar HP.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Vou encontrar Trudy.
Howdy. Ué. Não? Ele tá comigo? Ah. Tá aqui. Vamos ver se eu consigo vender algum item já. Porque... essas pernas de grilo costuma valer alguma coisa.
Howdy. You looking to buy some supplies? Can do. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy now.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out. Hey. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Ele disse onde vai?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Isso eu lembro.
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
Ainda não disse aonde os caras foram.
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Esse robô que me resgatou.
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
Não gosta dele?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. Fine by me. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Ghost Gunfight. Ofereça ajuda a Ringo contra Powder Gang, gangue da pólvora.
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Nossa, por que não simplesmente matar Cobb? O que você vai fazer?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right.
Falar sobre algo a mais.
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
O que acontecerá se eu ajudar Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
Então, se eu ajudar Ringo, Good Spring vai gostar de mim. Mas e se eu ajudar Powder Gangers?
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Good Spring tem tido muitos visitantes?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Quer que eu conserte seu rádio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Fale sobre a NCR.
The New California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
Primeira vez que eu joguei, eu coletei esses caras. NCA. É a polícia. O próximo disso.
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
Você pode me dizer sobre a Legião?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. I'm sure I've got something you like.
Comprar essa parada aqui, fixe fins. Consertar o rádio dela. Não nasci ontem?
Another satisfied customer.
Eu lembro da primeira vez que eu joguei, fiz foi isso.
Be careful out there.
Ah, tá. Fixe fins. Repair the radio.
Morning. Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
Consertei seu rádio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Ah, vai ser assim? Eu conserto seu rádio? Trabalho duro?
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
Aí, ó, 75.
Be careful out there.
Howdy. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Eu preciso chegar em Prim. Sugere uma rota?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Ando meio lisa, sabe? Tem trabalho?
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it,
Eu
take
lembro
these.
desse véi, Easy Pete.
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
Ainda é Bob Peace.
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Tudo bem.
Always happy to help someone down on their luck. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in.
Vamos falar sobre as áreas ao redor.
Sure, what do you want to know?
Qual outra cidade é mais próxima?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
Do que a NCR mantém vocês salvos?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
O que você sabe sobre o outro grupo?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
Que tipos de criatura tem lá fora?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs.
Gecko,
The critters up
grandão.
there are big and poisonous.
Ele é bem tenso.
If you want to know anything else, just ask. Until next time.